All right, that is 2 pounds of my ground beef right to my bowl. I'm coming out with some sliced provolone, and I am just going to rip this into little pieces for this really easy dinner idea. I absolutely love this, and you are going to too. Beautiful. So get all that cheese nice on shred up. I'm gonna come out with some fresh bell pepper. Now we're gonna be using this as 1 whole bell pepper, but we're gonna use about that much and save just a little bit for later. And doing the same with our mushrooms. Now I got the white mushrooms, you can get the brown, you can do oyster mushrooms, shiitake. That's kind of my mushroom knowledge. I don't remember the rest of them. So whatever you like, but again, save just a little bit for later. Next in, we're doing 2 tablespoons of ketchup. I'm just eyeballing this. That looks like 2 tablespoons, right? Sure. And then some spray cheese. This is my secret weapon here, and we're just going to add about half of this jar. So I think that's like 4 ounces or something like that. Beautiful. Right on in there. We're gonna do 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire something sauce, you know, right up in there. And we're also going to be doing about 1 cup of my panko little breadcrumbs here. You can also do just a regular breadcrumb, but I like the panko ones. I think they're gluten-free. I'm not sure. Double check that. Some onion powder. You can also do fresh onions in here, but I've got my seasonings, so why not use them? Garlic, salt right here, because we need a little bit of salt in this as well. I'm gonna go kind of heavy there. And then we're gonna do also some black pepper. Delicious. You can mix and match these seasonings up to be whatever you prefer. And then of course we need 2 eggs. We got 1. Sure. 2. There we go. Beautiful. All right, and now all we have to do is give this a nice mix on together. Get those cheese, the bell pepper, those mushrooms, egg, panko, all nice and mixed in here together. You can do this with a spoon if you want, but I just find your hands make this so much easier. You can really just get on in there and make sure everything's nice and spread around. So we're gonna get this all nice and combined. Really good already. It looks like that's pretty well combined. Beautiful. Now let's just go ahead. I'm gonna move this aside real quick. And let's bring out my baking sheet. I got a little slice of tin foil right there. We are just going to go ahead and take this mixture and lay it directly on top and start kind of forming our little loaf. I'm doing this in little segments just to kind of make it easier on myself. But beautiful. So we're just gonna make our little loaf shape right on top of that tin foil. I put it on a lined or a cookie baking cool sheet, whatever, to also drain some of that grease out when it does start to cook. Awesome. All right, now we're gonna come back out with those green bell peppers and just place that directly on the top. And same with these delicious mushrooms. It's okay if they kind of fall off, but our goal is to get them right on top. Delicious, beautiful, extra veggies, gotta love them. And of course, some more provolone cheese. I'm just gonna take these slices and we are just going to lay them directly across all those veggies. It'll help kind of keep them in place. And also, who doesn't love more cheese? Am I right? So I'm gonna use this entire bag of provolone cheese, which is about like 8 slices or so. Extra cheesy, extra delicious. Now we are heading to the oven at 350 for about 45 minutes to an hour until at least internal temperature 160. All right, this is out of the oven. I let it rest so we could go ahead and handle it. But look at all this grease that went ahead and drained right on into that pan. Super delicious. Now all I'm gonna do is kind of bring out my serving board. And we're going to transfer this meatloaf right onto my serving board. I'm just using my hands. You guys can use a spatula or something if you prefer. All right, it's easy enough. And that's why I let it cool down, so I could go ahead and do that. All right, but let's just go ahead and slice right on into this and get ourselves a nice piece of meatloaf. Doesn't that just look absolutely amazing? I'm doing this all with my hands. That's not really nice, but you know what? It's my home. I get to do what I want. Look at all those peppers. We got the mushrooms, all that cheese. Just go ahead and give this a try. Oof. All right. Here we go. Cheers. That is so good. You're definitely gonna wanna give this a try. Wow.